Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as promised a couple days ago in my surprise Instapot blender unboxing, I said I wanted to get into a little bit of a deeper dive with this guy, show you how it works, go through its functionalities, and maybe even cook a little bit. So I thought we could do all of that in today's video. So upon opening the box, as you can see right here, it's definitely sturdier than I had anticipated. For some reason, when it came, I thought it was going to be a lightweight machine. The Instapot itself is actually a lightweight machine. But as you can see, as I was trying to pull it out of the box, this guy is sturdy, which is exactly what you want out of a high-powered blender. So as I pulled everything out, I got into looking at the accessories. The first one that caught my attention was an Instapot strainer bag. So as advertised with the Instapot blender, it's right on the front of the box, and one of the features you'll be hearing about a ton is that you can make your own nut or oat milk with it. And that's exactly what this guy is meant for. So this is what I like to refer to as a nut milk bag or just a cheesecloth strainer. So what you'll do is you'll blend your nuts and your oats in your Instapot, strain it through this guy and squeeze it out. Super convenient that they included one of these with the blender. I was really impressed. This guy is going to be really convenient. I know in a lot of my blenders I've had before, I always use a baby bottle brush actually to clean in the blade. But Instant Pot thought ahead and they actually included one right for you. So you'll take this guy, you'll scrub under your blades to make sure everything gets really clean after use. Another accessory that they included for you is a measuring cup. This one is actually one exact cup, one measuring cup. So really convenient if you're quickly measuring out a liquid and you want to pour something into here. Also, you can of course use the measurements that are on the side of the container. The last accessory, and the one I think everybody is going to be really excited for, is the tamper. Very similar to the Vitamix that is always known for having this feature and functionality. The fantastic thing about these tampers is that you can take them and while you're blending and making your foods, you can push everything down. You can even scrape all of that stuff that gets on the sides. You know, if you've ever used a regular blender before, you have to take off the lid, get a spoon, push everything down. Or even if you're making an acai bowl or something that's a little bit thicker consistency, you don't want to add a bunch of liquid into it because that defeats the entire purpose. That's when this tamper is a really great accessory to help you push and get everything right down to the blades. The next feature that I noticed about this Instapot blender that was really impressive to me is this glass container. And boy, oh boy, it's heavy, guys. It's got some good weight to it, which is amazing and everything you want out of a high quality appliance. So moving on, while we're staying with the container, is the lid. One really great feature about the lid on this Instapot blender is that it actually has a lock feature. So you push it down and then you twist it, and these hooks, we'll call them for lack of a better terms, connect right to the top of the glass, and this on the top of the handle shows that it's locked. So this is really important when you're making hot food in a blending device. If any of you have used the Vitamix before and you know when you're making a hot soup or something hot in your blender, you want to be sure that that lid is on there tight because the hot air pushes the heat up and it can actually pop off the lid of your blender. So that's why this lock function is really important. It has what looks to be like an electronical TV setup on the bottom of it. There's these little prongs that remind me of like an HDMI cable for lack of a better term. And they go right into these holes here. So you're gonna line this up. Super simple and easy. And then there's arrows on the side too. Right over on the left side under the handle to show you that everything is lined up. So I'm sure that's just one of the great features of the technology is how it hooks in. It's nice and secure, and it also can communicate with the container from the base. This is going to be one of the features that might break the internet. It has its very own smoothie setting, so you can put everything in based off of your preferences and how you like your smoothie and press that button and you can walk away. That can be really convenient on a busy morning when you're trying to get yourself and the kids out the door to go to school. One last thing you have to worry about, tossing your ingredients in here, pop it in the fridge the night before, pull it out in the morning, add your liquid in, hit the smoothie button, and walk away. Quick, easy, convenient, and healthy meal in 2 seconds. All right, the next option they have is puree. Underneath that, they have crushed ice. Another really exciting one, I know for myself and my family, is an ice cream setting. You've seen a ton of ice cream makers hit the market lately as people have been making nice cream, banana ice cream. But the Instant Pot made it really easy for all of us, and they put a setting right here on the front. Over here, there's an option for soy milk, rice milk, nut, and oat milk. I mean, what a time to be alive, people. What a time to be alive. And then soup right underneath here. Then if you go to the front, there's a couple different options. There's your pulse option, your pause option, your cancel option, as well as your low, medium, and high blending options. And this is where you're going to control your heat. It's right here along the front. One feature that I haven't touched on that is on the front screen of the Instant Pot Ace Blender is the clean function. So if you're anything like my family, we use our smoothie maker multiple times a day. And that's one thing that the Vitamix has been really famous for. Their most recent Vitamix did come with multiple containers because they know that their users are using their blender multiple times a day. And my family is no different. So having this really convenient clean function right on the front is fantastic. So in the morning, when we make our smoothies in here, I can quickly put some dish soap in here, hit this clean, then it's ready to go. So now that we went over some of the actual features that are included with this blender, I think we should test it out and give some a try. First things first, as you saw, I just pulled it out of the box. So why don't we go ahead and clean this blender out, see how the clean function works, and then maybe we can crush some ice and make a smoothie. All right, so I got the manual out and I turned right to page 10 and it says getting started. It tells you how to unbox everything, how to set up your blender, and how to clean it. So we're gonna go ahead and fill our pitcher up with 1,000 milliliters water, put the lid back on, add the dish soap, and go from there. So next thing we're gonna do is add our dish soap. And really quickly, while we're on the topic of dish soap, the Mrs. Meyer's apple cider scent is beautiful and amazing for fall. It makes your whole house smell delicious if you use the hand soap, the countertop spray, all of that. So I'm excited to put that guy in here. It says add just a few drops of dish soap. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3. And now the manual says to press the pulse/clean, and the blender will run for 4 cycles at a speed of 10, pausing for 4 seconds in between pulses. And then all you do is after the cycle has been completed, you discard the soapy water and you're good to go to use. So let's give this a try. So if any of you are familiar, which I'm gathering you are if you're watching this video, with the Instant Pot, that's the first thing I noticed is the beeping, the sounds are very similar to your actual Instant Pot. And what I did notice is there was a countdown similarly to the Instant Pot. It went through the 4 cycles when I pressed clean. Also, it is really powerful, the blender, but the base of it wasn't shaking all over, which I like that. And I do have this at the very end of my counter. It ends right here to make sure you guys can see everything in the shot. And I wasn't even nervous that it would topple over. So it is super sturdy. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump this out and rinse, and we're good to go. So that was really easy to rinse out. I just turned my water on really hot. I dumped it and I probably rinsed it 3 or 4 quick times under the hot water. The soap came right out. And that Mrs. Meyer's apple cider is very fragrant. I can't smell it at all in here. So I like that. Everything smells really great and clean. So I'm impressed by that. See, that deep is that Instant Pot sound, right? Let's go ahead and press the crushed ice function. So this is when you would go in with your tamper. And voila! That's great. It's really powerful. I didn't have a ton of ice in there, so the blades obviously did a great job crushing everything up, but I did use the tamper to go in and kind of push things down that got on the side. But I didn't even really have to do that. I think the blender itself would have crushed everything, but so far so good. Let's put this guy to the real test, a smoothie test, and nonetheless, we're gonna include some matcha in this smoothie. This is actually the Vital Proteins matcha collagen powder. So you're getting your collagen and your matcha right in one. But if any of you guys drink matcha or no matcha, looking at you, Kelsey, you know that it has to be really well whipped. So sometimes when you add it to a blender that isn't a high-powered blender, it can still have that gritty matcha taste to it. So I have some frozen kale and frozen collards on the bottom. I have some pears, apples, and some blueberries. That I have half a banana and some fresh spinach in here. I'm gonna put this matcha in there. We're gonna give it a blend and see how it goes and see if it comes out gritty. I just went ahead to put some hydrogen water in here and put the lid on. And now let's hit the smoothie function. See. And just like that, it's done. I know it's not the most appetizing color because when you mix blueberries and greens, it kind of makes brown, but let's give it a try. See the consistency. Looks really good. Wow. Okay. So my first impression as it poured is it is really reminiscent of a consistency of a Vitamix. And if you didn't watch my initial unboxing video, and I didn't mention it yet in this video, but this blender right here is $99. I'm pretty sure the cheapest you can find a Vitamix, they sell them refurbished, is like $200. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's like the lowest end you can pay. So now the color is not that appealing. Like I said, when you mix blueberries and greens together, you get this lovely brown color, but let's give it a try. It's so smooth and so perfect. It's whipped just the way you want a smoothie with that half a banana. It really whips that flavor together. It blended the matcha perfectly, so there's no of that gritty texture. And it tastes delicious. So far, the cleaning, the ice, and the smoothie, I'm a big fan. So let's try and make some oat milk, see how that turns out. Okay, so we've got the blender washed out again after our smoothie. Finished that guy feeling real good with my extra shot of matcha today. So now let's put it to the test to make oat milk, which is a feature that we went over already. One of the main reasons why I love oat milk is because there's no soaking involved. It's super convenient. With your almond milk or your cashew milk, there is soaking that goes into that. With oat milk, it's super easy, fast, and it's really affordable. Where you can get certified gluten-free and organic oats anywhere, and it's really affordable. So that's why I like to make oat milk. Plus, it tastes really, really delicious. So to make the oat milk, we have 1 cup of gluten-free certified organic oats. These are just the Bob's Red Mill. We have 2 pitted dates, and we've got a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 1 cup of the gluten-free oats into here, and then I'm gonna put about 3.5 cups of water. You can do 4 cups of water if you like your oat milk really kind of milky, but I actually like ours a little creamier. We use it to make in porridge in the morning, or you can even mix it with your coffee, so I like it to be a little bit creamier. So I'm gonna do 3 to 3.5 cups. Got that in there. We've got our 2 dates. Make sure the pits are out. We're gonna put just a pinch of pink salt in. Bring out the sweetness. And because I decided to get a little fancy with it, it is fall, we're gonna put a little bit of organic cinnamon. You wanna be sure to put purified water in. We do have reverse osmosis and hydrogen water. I'm gonna use the hydrogen water to make this, and I'm gonna put 3.5 cups of water into the blender. Okay, we've got our water in, all of our ingredients. Lid has been cleaned, so easy to clean. It took me less than 2 minutes to clean this whole blender. Now we're just gonna hit the nut/oat feature. Okay, so that took about 4.5 minutes to blend up. I want to be really thorough and be sure to emulsify all of the ingredients in here. So we're gonna take it off. And then this is where your strainer bag would come into play. So I haven't washed mine yet because I just unboxed it. So I'm not gonna use the one that came with the Instant Pot. I'm gonna use mine and pour your milk right into a big glass dish. And this is a perfect fit. It smells delicious. This is the fun part. You're just gonna milk your bag. You're gonna slowly squeeze all of the milk, and you wanna be sure to have clean hands when you do this. This is one of the reasons I love oat milk, because it's so rich and creamy. And if you like lattes or cappuccinos, oat milk is great for that because it gets really frothy. And there you have it, guys. This looks amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in a jar. Perfect fit. Pour myself a little glass to give it a taste. Oh my goodness, it's so good, you guys. It's the perfect texture. I cannot believe that this device for $99 can give you this texture of oat milk. Like, I'm officially blown away right now. So with the oat milk, you can just put an airtight lid right on this jar, store it in your fridge for 5 days or in your freezer for up to a month. But we go through this pretty quickly. All right, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video right here. My little friend just woke up from her nap, and I will say she slept through all of the blendies. So while it's highly powerful and efficient, it didn't wake the baby up from her nap. So yet another bonus. Overall, I do have to say I'm absolutely in love with this Instant Pot blender, and I can officially say to you that I think it's going to replace my Vitamix. It is so powerful, it is so efficient. I love how sleek it is, I love the programming on it, and more than anything, I love the price point. This thing is $99. It is exclusive to Walmart online and in stores. Available on Friday, September 28th. And if you didn't watch my unboxing video, I mentioned this there, and I do want to mention it again. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of the hottest holiday gift items for 2018. In 2017, I'm pretty sure the Instant Pot was the hottest holiday gift. This guy will be no different for 2018, so pick up yours now. I did purchase this Instant Pot blender with my own money. This video is not sponsored. Walmart nor Instant Pot knows that I'm making this video. I was just curious to give it a try and to see if something at a lower price point could give Vitamix a run for its money, and this one definitely did. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. I do make weekly vlogs and informational videos just like this one, so I would love for you to consider hitting that subscribe button right here down below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.